Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. For today's tutorial, this is going to be part 2, as yesterday I showed you how to knit this gorgeous pine cone stitch. Lacy pine cone stitch. So now I'm going to divide the body parts. What I did is I knit the length that I want. And it's going to be one piece, so no sewing involved. Just so I'm going to divide the underarm, knit the two fronts and the back, and then we're done. And then I can just knit sleeves with the leftover yarn. Hopefully I will have. If I have more, I will even make a collar, like something like this. Like this baby collar. So I'm going to show you how to divide the body parts, and then we'll go from there. So I did knit the length that I wanted. Just measure one of your, if you want to make it for yourself. I am planning to make one for myself, but as time consuming to tape the video, it's really hard. So that's why I'm making for a baby, and I had this already here. So I'm measuring on that. And then so I did is I knit 1, 2, 3, 4, and the length was already enough for me to divide the body parts. And I noticed this looks way better. So next time when you're knitting, just add 3 more stitches and it will look nice. Yeah. Or I can just crochet the edge for this. I never thought about it. I just wanted to show you how the stitches was knit starting from, beginning. But I like this edge. It gives a nice edge with the half. Remember, we didn't have enough stitches, so we did half instead of knitting purling 3 stitches together. We did 2, so we could do the same here and give that nice edge look. I really like it. Okay, so there were 106 stitches that I cast on, so I divide them. So I divide them 30, 30, 40, that's 100. And the 6 stitches, I'm just going to bind off here so we can make the underarm. And I'm going to go straight, knitting straight. And here again, I'm going to bind off 3 so we get rid of the 6 stitches. And then we have 30 here, 30 here, and 40. And then I will show you how to bind off. Where am I? I'm right here. So I'm going to bind off 3 stitches here. I'm going to turn because I put them in a different circular needles. So I'm going to bind off 3 stitches here, and then come back and bind off 3 stitches here. And then what I'm going to do is knit back and forth and finish the back. So I'm going to knit maybe how many? Let's see how many. I would say by measuring it, 1, 2, 3 more. Yeah, that's why I wanted to show. It's easy to show on a baby instead of knitting on a plus size because a lot of work to do. So 2 more, and then I will bind off all the way, and then I will knit the fronts. And so I will show you how to knit this baby cardigan. Yeah, the pink looks way better. Okay, so I'm here on the wrong side of the work, as I was gonna bind off 3, but I thought maybe I should add 3 more from the front, so I would bind off 6. So I'm just gonna knit the 3 stitches here. 1, 2, 3. This is the wrong side of the work, and I'm going to turn my work. So I'm gonna bind off total of 6 stitches. Oh, where did the other one went? Lots of needles here. Okay, yeah, I use these instead of safety. I use these small, shorter circular needles. I think this is a 16 inches. And then, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna bind off just like this. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay, so okay, perfect. So I'm in the middle here. This is how we do the yarn over, right? So I finished this one, Pinecone. So I'm going to start another one. Okay, to do that, I'm just going to knit this one, and I'm not going to do a yarn over because I don't want to increase here. So I'm just going to knit this one, and then I'm going to do a yarn over, and I'm going to knit 1, 2, purl, 3. That's not in the middle, is it? Yeah, it is in the middle. See, and sometimes you see your mistakes. I must have not dropped this yarn over, because you can see the yarn over here. So that's how I fix my yarn over. If this happens, this is how you can fix it, and nothing to worry about. So purl 4 stitches, and then we're going to purl these 3 stitches together. So when we're doing that, we're losing 1 stitch that we did yarn over, and then we're going to make another yarn over there, and then we lose that one. Okay, the one that I posted yesterday, I had technical problems. I couldn't load it. It was upside down. I couldn't rotate it, and then I had to use this app, and unfortunately it gave that blurry on the top, on the bottom, so I do apologize for that. Yeah. So for that reason, I did receive comments that it was blurry. But if you can make it bigger, and then you know you can get rid of those blurry, and then you can still watch the tutorial. But if you're uncomfortable, hopefully this will be nice. This is how you knit it. So as I did, the stitch starts with 1 knit, yarn over, 4 purl, knit 3 together, 4 purl, again yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, purl 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4, and then knit 3 together, purl 3 stitches together, or you can purl like this as well. I knit 4 again. It's always a repeat, and then that's how you knit this gorgeous stitch. 4 purl, yarn over, knit 1. It's a repeat one after another until, okay, so let's say, okay, I did yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, purl 1, 2, 3, 4, again. See, I missed this one here, so I'm just gonna pull it to fix it. It's easy to fix if you miss a, and then purl 3 stitches together, purl 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm gonna do a yarn over, knit 1. Okay, so I'm gonna knit these, so I'm gonna get rid of the 6 stitches as I got rid of the 6 stitches on the underarm, but I need to knit these first. So I can't, so when I turn back, I will knit them. And the wrong side is a old purl. You know, the wrong side, you just purl. That's all you do, nothing. I'm just knitting these stitches. So you should have 27 on here. Okay, so I'm going to bind off 6 stitches. So this is going to be the underarm. And then the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm just going to knit regularly how I knit. And then if you're looking for the pattern, I will put the link below how to knit this. And then I'm just gonna knit, how much was it? How many was it? So I will measure as I go, and then I will knit, I think it was 2 more cones I have to knit to finish the length that I need. And then I will bind off. I will come back to show you. So I'm going to be knitting. So I'm just going to knit. I'm not going to do any curves or anything on this one. So I'm just going to knit like we're here right now. So I'm going to knit like this long, and I will bind off, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have knitted another 3 pine cones, as you can see. So I'm just going to bind off just like this, and this is how it looks like. So I will just do the bind off, and I'll be right back. So I'm just going to bind off every stitch here. Okay, so I have bind off this part. The back is done. Now I'm going to do the front. To do the front, what I'm going to do is, as I said, I did 3 pine cones to have the height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit 2 pine cones, and when I come to the third, I'm going to make this front collar opening. So I will show you how to do that. So after I knit, so I'm just going to knit 3 rows of 2 pine cones, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have knitted 2 cones, as you can see. So I'm at the collar area. So what I'm going to do is I usually bind off 3, 2, 1 stitches on each row. So the first I would bind off 3 stitches. So just a 1, 2, and then 3. And what I do is I knit and I come back and I bind off 2 stitches. So it gives that nice curb neck area. And I do that on the underarm if I'm knitting bottom up. I do that 2, 3, 2, 1 on the back, and I do some, maybe I do 5, or I do 4, 3, 2, 1, just to give that nice curve. So I'm going to knit and come back, and I will bind off 2, and I will come back, and I will come back here, and I will bind off 1 stitch, and I will knit the entire cone, and I will show you how it looks like. You will see that it will curve a bit and gives you that nice neck opening. I'm thinking of crocheting this edge. That's why I didn't put any buttonholes, because there's already holes here. So yeah, for girls we do the buttonholes on the right. For boys we do it on the left. Okay, so I will knit and I will come back. Okay, so I have knit, and this is how it looks like. Let me just do a closer look. And the sun is out. Okay, so I did 3, 2, 1, and I just knit and I bind off. So I did 3, and this is how it looks like on the front. And let me show you so I'm going to start knitting this side, and I'm going to do the same. I just wanted to show you, let's say if you left the body parts and you don't know where, should I start it from here? Or should I start it from here? That's another thing. So what I look at it is, when you're knitting the front, we did yarn over, right? And then when we come back, we knit that yarn over. So this is knit. So I'm not gonna start from here, because I'm going to start a new pine cone from here. To do that, I'm just gonna tie my yarn and then continue knitting, because this was already knit from the back. You can see, because the yarn over has been, already knit. That's another trick that I can give you. Okay, so I'm just gonna start, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this, and I'm not gonna come back and show it to you. So I'm gonna do the same 3, 2, 1, and I will bind off from here on this left side of the cardigan, and I will come back to show you how to do the sleeves. Yeah, the sun is pretty out. Let me just show you. So I'm just going to do a measurement like this. And then I see that 2 pine cone is, can you see the 2 pine cones? So I need 4 Oh, this is a half. Well, let me just move this. Let me do it from here because this one we started from the, yeah, it's the same. So I just need 2 pine cones to knit one side. So I need total of 4 pine cones to knit, and I haven't blocked this, so as you can see, it's giving you that bubbly 3D look. Okay, so well, all I have to do is, just like this, all I have to do is I have to cast on, so multiple of 12, so 12, 12, 24, 48 stitches I need to cast on. And I just need to knit, I can see the pine cones here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I finish the 5, I am going to do the underarm. So what I do is 3, 2, 1, and I just knit another, let me see, yeah, just the 1 extra pine cone, and I bind off the rest. So I will knit this, and I will come back to show you how it looks like. I think it's turning out pretty good. I really like the, and I hope I have enough yarn to finish it up. And if I have enough yarn, I will do the collar like this, and I will show you that. I do my measurements, and it's way better for me. And this way I can figure out how much, and then I would know what size I'm knitting for. So that's what I work with. I always work with measurements. So what I do is I will I just measure it like this. So I need 2 for the front and 2 for the other left side, so 4 pine cones. And then I just measure from here the opening of the back, so that would be another 4. So I need to cast on 2, 4, 6 pine cones to do the neck collar like this, and it will give me this nice wavy look. And then I just bind off. I will just knit 1 pine cone, and then I will just bind off. So I cast on for 4 like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 2, and I said 2. Maybe this would be too much. Well, I have to do the measurements. I think 4 or 5 would be enough to do the collar. And I just bind off, and I just cast on for 4, and then I knit 1 cone, and 1 cone would be enough. So, and then I just bind off after that, and I just sew it, and then it will give me this nice collar look. Okay. I just use my judgment, my what I have been knitting for years, my experience. So I don't follow patterns, like I said. People ask me, do you have a written pattern? No, I don't, because I make it up as I go. And it always turns out fantastic. Yeah. So if you have yarn in your stash, I would highly recommend, and if you have lots of yarn, knit a blanket with this gorgeous stitch. So I will be back to show you how it looks like, and when I come back, hopefully the sunshine will be gone. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, here we go. I knit the sleeve, and this is how it looks like. I haven't sewed it up, just to show you. And the time is flying by, and the house is getting busy. Everyone's home. So I thought to myself, let me just tape this and post it on YouTube. I will knit the other sleeve, and I just wanted to show you. I measured, and what I did is I only did 2.5 pine cones, and then I knitted 3 rows of the pine cone, and I bind off the underarm 3 stitches. I came back, I did 2, and I think that was enough, and I did another pine cone, and I just bind it off. So because when I wet this, it's gonna get wider, and it's gonna get taller, because I just knitted it. It's not it's pulling itself together, so it will open. So I didn't want to do 4 would be too much. So you just need to measure and figure it out. So this is how I have knit the sleeves. And this is how it's done. I think it's turning out pretty good. What do you guys think? So I will knit the other sleeve, as I don't have enough yarn. I hope I will have enough yarn to knit the other sleeve. And if I have enough, I will do the collar, and I will post it on my Instagram. And you will check, I post my finished items on my fan Facebook page and on my Instagram page. And all my links are on, below. If you check the description box, it's just underneath the video that you're watching. If you just go underneath and then you click show more, and then you will see all the information, all my links, and so on. So I really enjoy knitting this stitch. As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna go back to do my other to do the top that I have been knitting for myself. But this is turning out pretty good. I really like the texture of the stitch, and it looks pretty nice. And I hope we will go back to our normal lives, and I'm planning to make a baby blanket with this stitch, because I don't have, this was the only yarn that I had in my stash, this color. So I don't have any color to match this. So I bought it from Michael's, Loops and Threads, and this is 141 gram, and it's a 3 light, and then it says yeah, maybe I can order it from Michael's, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, they do have this curb side pickup. Yeah, but I don't want to buy yarn. I just want to use the yarn that I have in my stash, as I have so many. Okay, so this is the yarn that I have used. And it's pretty nice pink, though. I really like the pink. The color is Pink Rose. Color number 101. Lot number is this, because I have lots of people asking. And I hope you like this tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Share it with your family and friends. Happy knitting. Stay home. Stay safe.